Shalom, 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 shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Makar, Kudash. Okay, today, man, through the Spirit, I want to talk about this dream I just had, man. Literally, I just had it. I just woke up. I recorded a little bit of the documents of basically what happened. You know, this dream was crazy, man. It was straight up crazy. I'm gonna play the videos. Play the audios of what happened to you.
Man, I just had the craziest fucking dream about the end times. Shit felt so fucking real, man. It started off, and it was like everybody was talking about something big was about to happen, that we need to get ready. Everybody was packing up stuff. People was leaving town. There was a whole bunch of cars piled up. A bunch of people was trying to leave the city.
Okay, now, in this dream that I was having, okay, it started off with me being in the movie theater, okay? I don't know why I was in the movie theaters, but I was in the movie theaters. I was in the movie theaters with my family, okay? We was watching some movie. I forgot what movie we was watching. So we was in the movies, and, being in the movies, somebody actually came in and was like, yo, you're not seeing what's happening. You got to wake up, man. Come out here. And I ended up coming outside with my family. There was nobody in the movie theaters either. But I went in there with my family, and once we came outside, man, it was straight up hell. Let me bring this out though before we move on, before we get to the story. And Salaki, if I was cursing a lot, Israel, just man, that dream, it threw me, man. It was a heavy dream. Let's just say that. Second Esdras 15. All right, let's go to it. Let me share this so you guys can see it. But this dream was heavy, man. It was heavy. Okay. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." Woe, man. Okay, we're woke now. Okay, we're woke, man. Things are about to be scary as hell out here, man. Whoa, we got woes coming, bro. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Okay, destruction is coming, bro. For the sword, these guns, and their destruction draweth nigh. Okay, these missiles. Okay, the end of the world, man. We in those times, and one people should stand up and fight against another. Okay, that's happening now. Okay, you got these other nations fighting up against one another right now. Okay. Okay, these people fighting up against each other right now. All right. It says, and one people stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. Okay, you about to start seeing people fighting against each other with swords in their hands, with guns in their hands. Okay, people about to start overthrowing each other for food, for water. Okay, it's about to get really heavy out here, man, for real. Okay, so it says, "For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another." Okay, literally, it's going to be men out here invading one another, breaking into homes, stores, stealing, rape, robbing, and murder from each other. Okay, taking whatever you got, man. Okay, that's what we're coming into. People are going to literally rise up against one another and fight against another like enemies, man. For there should be sedition among men. Sedition, people are trying to overthrow their governments. It says, among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall have desire to go into a city and shall not be able. See, remember I told you in the dream that I had, it started off that way, man. Okay? It started off that way. Okay? People were trying to get out of the city. Okay?
Everybody was trying to get out, man. And the crazy part is, I was in the movie theaters. Like, I guess I was trying to watch like one last movie as me and my family, and everybody was like, somebody came in the movie and was like, "Yo, you ain't leaving?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm about to leave after this movie." As soon as we came outside, it was like millions and millions of people all like fleeing the city, man. Like, it was a bunch of people trying to.
And it got me teared up thinking about that, man. You know, as soon as I left the movie theater in my dream, soon as I opened the doors and looked outside, man, it was millions and millions and millions of people. Okay, millions. People were leaving their children behind, stomping on them. People were running, fleeing the city for their lives. Millions. People had book bags, totes, all dressed up. They had coats, boots, families, millions. Okay? Nobody was using cars, man. Everybody was footing it. Millions of people. Okay? It says, "For there should be sedition among men, invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." We're coming in those times. We're coming in the times where people are going to take justice in their own hands. In that dream, people were killing each other, shooting each other, rape and robbing and murdering each other for fun. Okay?
Everybody was trying to get out, man. Like, you know, and the crazy part is, I was in the movie theaters. Like, I guess I was trying to watch like one last movie as me and my family, and everybody was like, somebody came in the movie and was like, "Yo, you ain't leaving?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm about to leave after this movie." As soon as we came outside, it was like millions and millions of people all like fleeing the city, man. Like, it was a bunch of people trying to. It's a bunch of people trying to flee the city. Everybody was screaming. Everybody was screaming and yelling.
Everybody was screaming and yelling, man. Okay? Literally, everybody was screaming and yelling. Okay? That should let you know what type of ordeal we was in, man. Okay? Let me pull up something real quick, man. It's about to be fucking terrible out here, man. Your children, your wives, your families. Jacob trouble is here. No more dealing with weak flesh, dealing with being destroyed in his body. No more working for Esau, Edom. Okay? No more being in this wicked kingdom. Jacob's trouble is here, man. Okay? No more flying planes, taking trips. Okay? No more doing as thou wilt. Okay? No more getting all this money. No more stacking bread. Jacob trouble is here, man. A time like never before. A great death, great mourning. It's about to be serious out here, man. Serious. This is not something to just play with, man. Serious. Okay? This dream I had was terrible. Millions and millions of children being taken from their parents, being stumped down, trampled down. Okay? You hearing millions of children scream, crying. Slack it, Israel. That dream, man, it was heavy. It was heavy, man. Jeremiah 18 and 22. Let a cry be heard from their houses. Okay, these people are about to be crying for their houses, man. You're gonna hear children crying in the street. Okay? Oh, hell is breaking loose right now, man. It says, when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them, for they have digged the pit to take me and hid snares for my feet, man. These concentration camps, these UN troops, you know, these troopers, man, they about to go in your house, man, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and they gonna take you and they gonna have their way with you, man. They gonna put you in these concentration camps. It's gonna get ugly out here, man. Okay? Let's get back to the story, though. Salakia, Israel.
There's a bunch of people trying to flee the city. Everybody was screaming. Everybody was screaming and yelling.
Imagine millions and millions of people leaving and fleeing the city. You hearing children crying, screaming, asking for their mommies and daddies. Okay? But it's so many people that you can't tell who is who. Okay? Imagine millions and millions of people running this way and that way, and you get separated from your child, man. That's what I was seeing in this dream. People was losing their children, man. Holding their hand. I seen a little girl holding her dad's hand. There was so many people that she got split up from her dad. You can hear her cry, you know.
People trying to flee the city. Everybody was screaming. Everybody was screaming and yelling.
Everybody was screaming, man. Everybody.
People had book bags, coats, boots. People had book bags, coats, boots. It was tough, man. It was tough. It was crazy.
Everybody had clothes.
Their children behind.
People was literally leaving their children.
People was leaving their children behind. There's so many people.
It was so many people, man. Literally, it was so many people. It felt like I was looking down from a city, man. Millions of people trying to flee a city. Okay? They wasn't leaving in cars. The cars were done for. Okay? I remember the governments kept telling them, you know, it was certain people, they were telling certain people to stay home. Everybody was trying to leave the city, man. People, I've seen so many children getting left behind by their parents, crying out to their parents. I've seen small children, you know, getting abandoned. You know, I've seen children crying out to their moms and dads, man. You know, and the whole time it's just regular people walking and running up and down the street. It was so many people trying to leave the city. It looked like it was just ants, man. Okay? You had armies, tanks and stuff, and they was basically directing the people. Okay? Just a big line of people just leaving the city this way and that way. Children crying, screaming. Okay? Man, this dream was heavy.
People had book bags, coats, boots.
And you see on all these end time movies, everybody always have coats, bags. You know, they always look prepared. Like, you know, when you see the end time movies, people always have book bags, boots, a coat. Well, this is how it was, man. Everybody I seen was prepared to leave for Jacob's trouble. Everybody was dressed to be out there, man. Okay, everybody was dressed to be out there. Everybody knew they wasn't going to be able to be home. Okay, no more comfort. Okay, everybody was leaving to be out here. And I don't even know why we was leaving the cities, but it was millions and millions of people. The clouds was dark, red. You heard children being stumped to death. You heard the breaking of the bones in the background, the cries.
There's so many people fleeing the city. It looked like it was thousands of people, like thousands and thousands of people.
Thousands, millions. Millions.
With so many people fleeing the city, it looked like it was thousands of people, like thousands and thousands of people.
It was thousands, millions of people, man. Every single last one of them was ready to leave the city. Every single last one of them was ready to abandon their child. Okay? Everybody looked like they was afraid, petrified, startled.
With so many people fleeing the city, it looked like it was thousands of people, like thousands and thousands of people.
You couldn't number it. You can't number it.
When I went outside, it was like a whole bunch of people trying to kill each other, take things from each other. It was just pure chaos, man. Just fucking chaos. Okay, and then I try to
Hold up, and that go in the scripture. That goes with the scripture, man. Okay? You know, because people are going to be standing against each other. But friends fight like enemies. Man, everybody is going to be trying to kill each other for goods, food. It's going to get heavy out here, man. Okay? All I seen, soon as I got out the movies, okay, soon as I got out the movies, I seen people dying left and right, man. I seen people shooting people down and taking their stuff off them. I seen people stabbing people, taking their stuff off them. Okay? I seen children yelling, screaming, people taking them away from their parents while their parents was dying. Okay? I seen women getting raped. Okay? Man, this dream was heavy, man. 2nd Ezra 6:24. At that time, show friends, your homies, your brethrens. At that time, shall friends fight one against another like enemies, your relatives, your mother, your dad, okay, your cousins. It says friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Okay, so that's where you see, you know, in a dream, I told you, I seen people shooting and killing each other, man. Okay, literally, it was great death. All from the eye I could see, from the farthest reaches all the way down, all I seen was just rape, rob, and murder, man. It was so terrible. It hurt me to the core. I'm crying now even thinking about it. You know, I seen children being raped. I seen women with sons and daughters getting raped in front of their children, man, and people taking their children away from them. I seen men get shot down. You know, I seen them getting stuff taken out of their book bags. Men was taking shoes off their feet. It was like they needed everything from these people. Once you died, it was like people just ran towards you and took things from you. Okay? Man, this dream was so fucked up, man. But this is what's coming. Okay? This is coming. You're going to look outside and it's going to be nothing but great death. Okay? As far as the eye can see. Women were screaming and crying and nobody was helping them. Nobody, not one person stopped. When the people was leaving the city and you heard them, the children screaming that was getting trampled under their feet, nobody was stopping for them children. Okay? You literally was seeing children get stepped on, crunched.
City, but there were so many people leaving the city, man. Okay, and then I tried to leave the city, but there were so many people leaving the city, man. It was fucking.
I tried to leave the city many times.
Okay, and then I tried to leave the city, but there were so many people leaving the city, man. It was fucking millions of people trying to leave the city.
It was millions.
It's fucking crazy, man.
Millions of people was trying to leave the city, man. Okay? Millions. It says, for there should be sedition among men, invading one another. They're about to be invading one another, man. You just heard what I told you about what they was doing to the women that was single with children. Okay? Literally, they was just raping them, robbing them, and taking anything they had off of them. Okay? And then women was raped to death. Okay? It says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That's the times we're coming into, where your wife and your children is in another city and you can't even get in that city. Okay? To where even within a dream, I seen millions and millions of children get separated from their parents. They're holding their mom and dad hand. All of a sudden, there's so many people, somebody walk past them, and then their hands get separated, and they lose their son and daughter forever. That's all I was seeing in the dream. Okay? All I was seeing was death, crying, and mourning. Okay? Screams. Screams. People asking, have you seen my son? Have you seen my daughter? Okay? It says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The whole city was troubled. The city was destroyed. Blood all on the streets. Screams, yelling, hollering, murder, death. Literally, the children was crying out, where's my mommy? Where's my daddy? So it was so many screams, man. That's all I remember was just the death and the screams. It says, but for because of the pride of the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be troubled. The houses is going to be troubled. Me being in this damn shelter, man, it's going to be taken away from me. The houses is going to be taken away from us. The cities is going to be taken away from us. It's not going to be nowhere that you can go that you're going to be safe. Okay? Everybody is going to be leaving when all hell breaks loose. Everybody is going to try to be like the Walking Dead, a pilgrim on the earth. Okay? Where it's you against the next man. Where they haven't ate and you haven't ate. Where you gotta fight to the death. It says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Nobody is going to care about your sons or your daughters in Jacob trouble. Nobody's going to want to hear you. Oh, I got separated from my son. Can you help me find him? They're not going to care about that in Jacob's trouble. They're going to be worried about how to overthrow you. Okay? How to eat your food, how to steal from you, how to kill you. Okay? It says, because of the pride of the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be troubled, and the men shall be afraid. Grown ass men were afraid. I was afraid. I woke up this morning after that dream and I was crying. I was petrified. Seeing those children cry out, scream out, seeing millions and millions of people leave from a city, seeing the death, seeing the women getting raped to death, children raped and killed to death.
It was tough, man. It was tough. It was crazy. People was leaving their children behind.
Leaving their children, man.
There's so many people.
So many people was doing that, man.
People had book bags, coats. When I went outside, it was like a whole bunch of people trying to kill each other, take things from each other. It was just pure chaos, man. Just fucking chaos. Okay, and then I tried to leave the city, but there were so many people leaving the city, man. It was fucking millions of people fucking trying to leave the city.
Millions.
It was fucking crazy, man.
Excuse my language though, Israel, but hey, it was millions of people, man. Millions. It wasn't not one person that was trying to stay in the city. Okay? All throughout that, I can hear like you know how they got the emergency phones that be on the radios and stuff where it tell you stay indoors, stay at home. That's what they was encouraging us to do in a dream. Stay home. Do not leave your houses. The government will find out what's going on and we will get back with you. That's all that was playing on the speaker phones, on the radios. Okay? Go return back home. Shalom, King. Return back home. Go back to your homes. Okay? Everybody kept telling us to go, but it was so many people escaping out the cities. And all you could see, whoever stayed in the city was either raped, robbed, or murdered. Literally, the only people that stayed in the city was old people and women with children, okay? And that's why there was so many screams and death going on, man. Man, if you could just understand how horrible it was seeing these children getting raped, man. It was terrible. Okay, you seeing women screaming and yelling at you, putting their hand out to you to help, and you can't. And you just got to keep it moving, man. I remember I was holding on to my son in my rib. Okay, well, in this dream I had one rib, but most of the time I have two ribs in my dream. I had one rib and I had my son. I'm holding their hand, and I just remember it was so many children and so many women holding their hands out to me, asking for help, man. I'm talking about begging, man. Children. Not just one, not just two. I knew I couldn't save them though. The times we're coming into, you're going to have to be cold-hearted, man. You're going to have to be cold-hearted. It's going to be cold out here, man. It's going to be cold. Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
It was tough, man. It was tough. It was crazy. People was leaving their children behind. There's so many people.
So many people was crying, man. So many children. So many women. Man, we coming to some scary times, man. It's not no time to play, man, for real.
There was so many people fleeing the city. It looked like it was thousands of people. Like people was trying to kill each other, take stuff from each other.
Slovakia.
When I went outside, it was like a whole bunch of people trying to kill each other, take things from each other. It was just pure chaos, man. Just fucking chaos. Okay, and then I tried to leave the city, but it was so many people leaving the city, man. It was fucking millions of people fucking trying to leave the city. It was fucking crazy, man.
Millions of people trying to leave the city.
When I went outside, it was like a whole bunch of people trying to kill each other, take things from each other. It was just pure chaos, man. Just fucking chaos. Okay, and then I tried to leave the city, but it was so many people leaving the city, man. It was fucking.
Everybody wanted to leave the city.
People fucking trying to leave.
Literally, everybody that was in the city was just murdering each other. Everybody that was in the city was murdering each other. Every single house that you looked at was broken into, on fire. Okay? It was nowhere that you could go that was safe. Okay? I'm talking about millions of children and women crying out for help. Okay? Asking, begging.
Each other. It was like a badass storm that was happening. Like, it was, people kept talking about a storm and talking about the end times. Everybody was trying to get out the city. People were stealing, trying to get supplies from out of stores. Man, it was fucking crazy.
So people were stealing, man. Okay, people were stealing. Okay, they was breaking into stores. And I remember I walked up to a dude. I'm like, man, why is everybody leaving? And he told me, he said, it's because of a storm. There's a storm coming. Okay? So the Lord was about to Salakia, earthquakes. So it was a storm coming. Okay? Let's go to Luke. This is Luke 21. And it says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, famines and pestilence and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. And that's really talking about, before all this. But just to say, hey man, the times we're coming into, man, it's gonna be storms, okay? It's gonna be more things that we're gonna have to deal with, man. Okay. Man, it's gonna be heavy, man. It's gonna be heavy. It was a bad storm coming into the town, and people kept telling me, make sure you get home. Make sure that you get out the city before the storm comes. Okay. And I don't know what storm it was gonna be like. I just remember the clouds were dark. The clouds were super dark. It was like an orange background, like it was like the color of blood, man. It was crazy.
You see, it's fucking crazy, man. Each other, thousands and thousands of people. It was like a badass storm that was happening. Like, it was, people kept talking about a storm and talking about the end times. Everybody was trying to get out the city. People were stealing, trying to get supplies from out of stores. Man, it was fucking crazy.
Okay, and that's part of the scriptures. Let's go into that. This is 2nd Esdras 15. Let's go to, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of the pride of the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Man, that's all I seen in the dream. Okay? It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Nobody's going to have pity on a neighbor in that day, man. Okay? You still want to stay in the damn city. Hey, they're gonna do whatever they want to with you, man. Okay? All hell is going to break loose. Literally. Okay? If you stay in your house, they're going to rape, rob, and murder you, man. Okay? You're going to be put to death. They're going to see you on that trip, man. Okay? It says, because of pride, their city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. Okay, it wasn't no food out there. Okay, literally, this was the beginning of Jacob's trouble. And you could even tell then it was no food nowhere. Because when people was breaking into stuff, they wasn't breaking into stores. Not one time in my dream did I see them breaking into stores. I only seen them breaking into houses, gun shops, and different stuff like that. But all the stores, I didn't even see a store in my dream, to be honest with you. Okay? It says, because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay? And that's what we coming into. Okay? Great tribulation. Let's get back to the dream.
I just remember I had a book bag and I was running and I had my family. I kept hearing people crying for help.
Okay, and you see that got me teared up, man. I was tearing up about that, man. No matter where I went, I kept seeing women and children crying for help. I can run all the way down the freaking block, man. Still children crying and asking for help. I can turn and go down this street. Still children, women crying for help. Okay? No matter where I went with my family, no matter where I try to hide, all I seen was women and children trying to hide, man. Screaming, hollering for help. And I just remember every time I looked at them, I couldn't help them. I just remember I kept saying, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I'm sorry. Okay? That was heavy, man. Okay? That hurt my spirit.
I just remember I had a book bag and I was running and I had my family. I kept hearing people crying for help. It was scary as shit though. It just felt like it Like everybody was on the run. Like you couldn't stay nowhere.
You hear that? I said it felt like everybody was on the run. It felt like you couldn't stand anywhere. Okay, because in the whole dream, all I remember is it was millions and millions of people just leaving, going this way, that way, and this way. Tens and thousands of people on the highway just walking out of a city with bags, luggage. Okay, that's all I kept seeing is millions and millions of people just walking up and down the street, man. And I'm talking about all of them had bags. You know, everybody was afraid, scared, crying. It was not one person, you know, that was in the right spirit, okay? And you know, that's why it says wisdom and knowledge is gonna be the stability of times. Let me pull that up. Because hey man, these times we're coming into gonna be dark, man. And if you ain't got it, man, hey, if you ain't got the wisdom knowledge, hey, you're gonna be hurt, man. You're gonna be hurt. Okay? Because that's what's gonna keep us in that right state of mind, man. Especially with the stuff I just seen, man. This is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. The strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord, Yahweh, is his treasure. Okay? So let's get back to the dream.
It's just like dead, man. It was death everywhere, man. It was fucking scary.
It was death everywhere.
It was just like dead, man. It was death everywhere, man. It was fucking scary.
It was death everywhere.
It was death everywhere, man. It was fucking scary. Natural disasters, storms. It's fucking scary as shit, man.
Okay, so in the dream, it was a whole bunch of natural disasters going on, storms. You know, it was all manner of just everything was breaking loose in the dream. Like it didn't feel like anywhere you could just stand and you'll be okay. Everywhere I went, it felt like it was something about to go down. Literally. Dang, what scripture was I about to pull up? Salakia.
I just remember I had a book bag and I was running and I had my family. It was scary as shit though. It just felt like everybody was on the run, like you couldn't stay nowhere.
Everybody was on the run.
It was just like dead, man. It was death everywhere, man. It was fucking scary.
It was death everywhere. Okay. What the scriptures say? It says their dead bodies shall lay in the street, man. The scriptures literally talk for themselves, man. Their dead bodies are going to lay on the street, man. Revelations 11:8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified, man. Literally, when I was in this dream, all I seen was millions and millions and millions of bodies. Not buried, okay? Not dug down. The bodies was laid out in the streets. It was dead bodies everywhere. Everywhere. It was a stench of odor. Okay? Literally, it was so many dead bodies, it was like grass, man. Okay? Let me find this other one too. This is Jeremiah 9:22. Speak thus saith the Lord Yahweh, even the carcass of men shall fall as dung upon the open field, and as the handful after the harvestman, and none shall gather them. So like it ain't the one I wanted, but hey, these people are going to be out there like dead bodies that's done, man. So let's get back to it.
It's just storms. It's fucking scary as shit, man. There's millions of people, dog, screaming for help, crying. You know, people running. There was millions of people, dog, screaming for help, crying. You know, people running. You know, I didn't get to see how it was going to be in Jacob's trouble. I seen the start of it. People screaming, people crying. Little kids being stoned to death.
Okay, and in the dream, I knew it was just the beginning. The dream that I was having, it was not Jacob's trouble. It was the beginning start of it. Just the beginning start of Jacob's trouble has people with no food, have people disbanded from their government. Just the beginning of Jacob's trouble, people were on the run. Just the beginning of Jacob's trouble, people were getting raped, robbed, and murdered. Just the beginning of Jacob's trouble were children being stomped on, okay, trampled over, okay.
Man, it was just fucking. There was millions of people, dog, screaming for help, crying.
Millions.
You know, people running.
You
know, I didn't get to see how it was going to be in Jacob's trouble. I seen the start of it. People screaming, people crying, little kids being stumped to death. Man, it was just fucking crazy, dog. Like, it felt so real. It was so dark. It was so fucking dark, man. Like
and it was so dark, man. All I remember on the dream is I kept saying, oh my God, it's so dark. Literally, all hell was breaking loose. And I just remember, I just kept telling my son, just hold on to my hand. Do not let go. Do not let go. I felt like if I let go of my son's hand, that I would never see him again. It was so many people running and around me that I literally told my rib and my son, hold my hand. If you let go, we would never see each other again. I seen children that was getting separated from their parents and they never seen them again. You could just hear the fathers like, son, son, and their child is just getting taken away from them just because it's so many people. Okay. You know, it was storming. It was a tornado out there. You know, it was a huge wind, the wind blowing us back, thunderstorms. It wasn't raining. It was just very dark and was super windy. Okay. It was terrible. And I know it's a scripture going into the weather, but I can't even think of it right now.
There's those millions of people, dog, screaming for help, crying. You know, people running. Fire everywhere. It was fire everywhere in the fucking city. The whole city was on.
The whole city was on fire. Okay, literally, I was looking and I could just see the whole city on fire. Skyscrapers on fire, houses on fire, okay, cars on fire. Literally, it just looked like people was just setting up fires just to do it, man. Okay, and that's why this scripture hits so tough. This is Luke 12:49. I am come to send fire on the earth. What will I if it be already kindled? Okay, the Lord is about to send fire on this place. And even if the Lord didn't send fire, hey, the nations are going to war against each other. Okay, that's a fire. Okay, food shortages, that's a fire. Okay, wars against other people, that's a fire, man. Okay, so if the Lord is already about to burn Babylon the Great down, he basically saying like, hey, even if I didn't touch this place, if I wasn't even trying to come kill this place, hey, it was gonna be destroyed anyway. Okay. Let's go back to it.
You know, I didn't get to see how it was gonna be in Jacob's trouble. Seen the start of it. People screaming, people crying, little kids being stumped to death. Man, it was just fucking crazy, dog. On fire, man. It was like there's fire everywhere in the fucking city. The whole city was on fire, man. It was like everybody kept talking about, you know, we gotta get out the city. We gotta get out the city. You know, people was abandoning the kids.
Okay, and a lot in the movie, a lot of the in my dream, all I kept seeing was a lot of parents. They just kept leaving their children. It was literally parents leaving their children for, like, I don't even know why they was doing it. Literally, they'll just be holding their son's or daughter's hand and they'll just let it go. You know, and it's probably because, you know, I remember in a dream, it was a famine. Okay, I was breaking off food to my family, but I was giving them all like little pieces of some graham cracker. Okay, I gave my son a little I broke off a little piece of the graham cracker and I broke off a piece for my rib. So why was these people leaving their children? You know, they could have been leaving their children because they didn't have food, because they didn't want to take care of them. I have no reason why these people was leaving their children, but it was a lot of parents that were just leaving their kids. They was telling their kids they would come back. I seen a woman literally tell her child she was going to be back for him and walked away from him. Scary, man. Okay? People are about to wax cold, man. Let me pull this up. Friends, enemies. Salakia, because we got to understand, man, this is what we're coming into, man. People are about to be selfish, man. Okay, cold. 2nd Esdras 6:24. At that time shall friends, mothers, daughters, uncles, fathers. At that time shall friends fight against one another like enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. Everybody in the earth is about to be fearful. It's not going to be one person in Jacob's trouble that's not going to be scared, petrified. Okay, this was a dream, and I woke up crying. I woke up fearful. My skin is crawling. Okay? It says the springs of the fountain shall stand still. In 3 hours they shall not run. Seeing people get shot down. Literally, I was seeing people get shot down. Children being disbanded. Okay? Let's continue. Man, this messed me up, man.
You know, I didn't get to see how it was going to be in Jacob's trouble. I seen the start of it. People screaming, people crying, little kids being stoned to death. Man, it was just fucking crazy, dog. Like, it felt so real. It was so dark. It was so fucking dark, man.
And it was so dark, man. Hey, it was so dark. That's what I really remember out the dream more than anything. It was dark. It was no light out there, man. My son just kept saying, literally, it was so bad out there. You had parents out there telling their kids, just listen to my voice. Okay? Just listen to my voice. Literally, it was so bad out there that I had to cover my son's eyes, man. Okay? I had to be like, son, don't open your eyes. When it was women out there getting raped. Okay? When we literally just running. And every place we turn, it's just death. And chaos. Screams, crying, yelling. I remember in a dream, my son was asking me to save a little boy. He's like, Dad, can he come with us? Man, yo, this is Amos 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, is darkness and not light, man. When Yahushai come back, man, it's going to be darkness. It's not going to be light. It's not going to be fun, okay? Jacob's trouble is not going to be all a happy ending, okay? It's going to be tough, man. Literally, every place I turn, I see no food. Buildings on fire, ashes. Literally, it looked like the city was snowing ashes. Imagine that. The whole city in smoke and ashes raining down.
Everywhere, it was fire. Everywhere in the fucking city. The whole city was on fire, man. It was like,
man, if you got kids, man, you got kids, man, you need to pray, man, for real. For real, man.
Scariest shit, man. It's the scariest dream I ever fucking had. It felt so real. It felt so fucking real. I seen everybody had book bags. Everybody was trying to get stuff together. There was no food nowhere. No fucking food anywhere. Everybody took everything.
Everybody took everything.
Shit, man.
Okay? It was no food nowhere. Everywhere you went, it was no food, man. Everywhere. You look under, you look in the stores, no food in the stores. You go home, there's no food in the refrigerator, no food in your house. Okay? It was literally so bad in my dream. The famine was so bad that I literally seen people picking up mice and eating them. Okay? There was no food. And that goes into something, man. Let's bring it out. Famine. 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 Okay? It's coming. Okay? It's coming. Salakia. Famines. Here you go. Matthew 24 and 3. I want to start off at 4. It says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars, World War III, and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, okay, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay, this is just the beginning. Okay, that dream I had, it was just the beginning. Okay, it's gonna get a lot worse. Okay, I told you in the dream there was no food. Okay, it was a huge famine, a huge tornado, man. Okay, storms. It was terrible out there. Darkness.
Talking about, we gotta get out the city. We gotta get out the city. It was on fire, man. It was like everybody kept talking about, we gotta get out the city. We gotta get out the city. People was abandoning the kids. And it's the scariest dream I ever fucking had. It was no food nowhere. No fucking food anywhere. Everybody took everything. So that's my dream I had last night, though. I just woke up out of my sleep, man. Shit scared the shit out of me.
Literally, nobody had food, man. Not one person in my dream was eating good. Not one.
Scary as shit, man. It's the scariest dream I ever fucking
had. It was scary, man.
You could just...
It was scary.
You could hear the screams. The people, little girls, everybody was just screaming, yelling. People was getting stumped to death. Ran over. It was so many people that was leaving the city. So many people leaving the city, man. That shit crazy.
There's millions and millions of people leaving the city.
I just remember the sounds, man, of little kids, women, grown men crying, screaming, man. I'm talking about millions of people, like, literally fleeing. Like, I'm talking about everybody trying to leave the cities, everybody running for their lives. Like, man, the weather was extremely bad, man. There was storms and shit. It was just fucking pure chaos, I had my family, but it was so many people that was running and leaving. Like, it looked like fucking millions and millions of ants was leaving just from off the top of a building. You know what I'm saying? It looked like it was millions of ants of people, man. It's fucking crazy, dog. Everybody was trying to leave the cities.
Everybody was trying to leave the city. If you don't take nothing from this, man, at least know that everybody was trying to leave out that city, man. Okay, everybody is going to try to dip. When all hell break loose, everybody is going to try to leave the cities. Okay? Okay? Let's get it. You got to get it. This is Jeremiah 30. Let's start from 5. For thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, we have heard a voice of trembling. When I first started doing this breakdown at the beginning, y'all see me trembling, crying. Okay? I was hurt, man. I was crushed. Hearing them children crying out to their moms and dads, seeing the women get raped to death. Okay, it was like the freaking Bird Box challenge. Okay, literally, I had to tie my damn son's some around his eyes so he didn't see half this stuff that was out there. People dying with knives in them. Okay, carcasses just rotting away. Screams coming from every direction. It says, "Ask ye now." We have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace, man. Not of peace. This is not going to be a peaceful time. Okay, it's not going to be a time where you can rest and let me rest and then I can go fight again. No, man. Okay, this is the finals. Okay, the true finals. To see if you're ready for this or not. Okay, to see how strong your faith really is. It says, "Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with a child." You heard me talking about me. I was leaving with my son. It was me, my son, and my rib, man. Against all hell, okay? Against great death, mourning, sorrow, okay? It says, "Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins?" Every single man that I seen in that dream was petrified, crying, scared. Everybody kept walking up to us, asking us why is this happening? And I don't even know why people kept noticing us. It was just like people kept noticing us, man. Everywhere we went, people were asking us for help. Okay? Literally everywhere we went, it was like they knew, the Lord was dealing with us. Okay? It says, "Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail? All faces are turned into paleness." Okay? Man, when I was seeing people shooting one another, you walking up and down the street, and then all of a sudden people just start shooting one another. Shootout just started, and people everybody screaming, getting down, people running away. Okay, it was utter chaos. I remember it was a dude. He had a pistol. He started shooting off at somebody else, and a woman was right next to him. She ended up getting up, got shot in her head, and her son, he kept running. He didn't even know his mama got killed. Okay? It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that Salakia, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." Hey, keep enduring, Israel, man. Stay strong. Ka'allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakakudash. Keep enduring to the end. Shalom.